Happening now in the Pacific, Hurricane Hilary is moving closer to Southern California. Right now, Hilary is spinning several hundred miles off Mexico's west coast. The storm will likely weaken before it hits Southern California, but there's still obviously a concern and could cause widespread flooding. So let's get over to Peyton. This is a lot of people here having eyes on this as well, just because the Saints are playing in Los Angeles Sunday night.
Yeah, they're playing Sunday evening, and it does look like really for LA, that area, the worst of this will start to move in by Sunday night into Monday.
Wow.
Now, the winds are probably not going to be 50, 60 miles an hour where they're playing. There could be some rain, but I think that'll be mainly after the game. So hopefully we'll cross our fingers and get our people out of there. Now, this is not going to probably be a bona fide tropical storm or hurricane by the time it gets there, but it is going to bring some big impacts to California. Take a look at this. It's not every day that you see a cone heading straight to San Diego and Los Angeles. Las Vegas, parts of Nevada are in this cone of uncertainty, and this is a monster right now. I mean, it's a strong Category 4, 145-mile-per-hour winds. Hilary spinning off the coast there of Mexico. It'll be traveling in by Sunday night, making landfall into Southern California. And the big threat here is going to be for significant rain. Remember, you've got your elevation, that's causing mudslide problems. Then you've got your desert, which usually picks up on average 2, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain in a year. There's some spots in the desert that could get 5 to 6 inches in a day. That's like us picking up our annual rainfall of 60 inches in one single day. So they're going to have major flooding problems down here in the desert area, Palm Springs, and then maybe some flooding issues out towards LA, especially into Sunday night and Monday. So that's what's going on in the Pacific. Here at home, our weekend is just going to be hot and dry. We'll be at 100 today, 100 tomorrow, near 100 on Sunday with not a lot of rain. Now, if you look out at the Atlantic, you think, good Lord, what is going on? Now, the good news is none of these are an imminent concern for anything major. We're not tracking any major developments here, but there are a couple features we need to watch. This one's going to be heading towards the Caribbean islands by this weekend. If you're heading to Puerto Rico, if you're heading to Lesser Antilles, U.S., British Virgin Islands, anywhere in here this weekend could have some rain from this tropical wave. This is the tropical wave north of the Dominican Republic and near the Turks and Caicos this morning. That's going to head towards the Gulf of Mexico. Now, there's some good news with this one. It's shrouded in dry air and Saharan dust, so that may really limit this from blowing up in anything quickly. It is going to be getting into the Gulf, though, by Sunday and Monday, and that's when we do need to keep an eye on it. Now, what it's probably going to do at most is produce some good rain for someone along the Texas coast and maybe into Louisiana. So this is going to be a rainmaker, I think more than likely bigger for Texas and a little bit less for us. So before you start jumping up and down thinking, here we go, we're finally going to get some good rain, I'm cautiously optimistic that we're actually going to see that much. So this is Sunday afternoon. Notice rain South Florida. You could see that wave feature, not a closed off low pressure just yet, but as it gets over the warm waters, the wind shear is low enough that this may try to close off and become a tropical depression, or if the winds can get strong enough, a tropical storm. Now you could see this would probably be centered well to the south of our coast the way it looks right now. That does mean we would get some moisture, a breezier east wind Sunday and Monday, but we would probably miss the heaviest of the rain as this travels more towards Texas. So we're talking from Corpus to San Antonio to Houston, maybe getting some good rain out of this and just skirting our area. Now that's if it stays well to our south. Now there's a chance that maybe this ridge is not as strong as models are depicting, and that would help this lift a little further to the north. But at the moment, I'm once again cautiously optimistic that we're actually going to see some rain here, and I do think the highest totals are going to stay well to our south in the Gulf of Mexico. That's where your 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 inches happening closer to the Texas coast here. Some of us don't even pick up an inch of rainfall on Monday. So don't get too excited. I'm holding our rain chances only at 40% on Monday, but it's something. It'll at least maybe knock down the heat slightly, but it looks like this is not going to blow up into anything major, but someone's going to get some rain here, and it looks like it's probably going to be more so in Texas. Of course, with something headed towards the Gulf this weekend, you need to turn on the TV every morning and every evening, check in to make sure there's no changes. The Gulf can sometimes do some surprising things here, but with a lot of dry air, a lot of Saharan dust, that's probably going to limit this thing from blowing up too quickly. That's the good news, but once again, check in. That's your weekend, though. It is going to be hot and mostly dry today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Your Monday, we'll watch for some of that rain, but then that quickly departs, and we're back up in the 100s Wednesday and Thursday.